Kid, or since he got to be 18, the twitchy teenager. Good morning, TG.
Good morning, DP.
And how are you today?
Doing great.
Perhaps you could explain life at school for the parents who don't know what their youngsters have to go through when they go to high school.
Well, high school is great, especially the English classes, of which we have 2 a day, where the teacher goes up front of the class, reads to you Milton, reads to you Tennyson, and lets you go again.
And then you go away.
Right.
Well, I want you to know that that's preparing you for life in the real world, and don't bother to thank us. It's all a public service. We're happy to do it for you anyway. Well, I suppose you have some humor today, but first, some girls you're trying to make time with by mentioning their name on the radio. Is that right?
That's right. Good morning, Cheryl Ladd. No, okay.
One for the kid.
Right.
Hey, I picked up a line. It's under the heading Black Humor.
Okay.
Don't fire a busboy in Las Vegas, or he might fire you. Levy, have you said hello to all the girls you want to make time with?
No. Well, I told Lorraine Thomas she broke her leg last week, and I have some Smurfs here who want to brighten up her spirits by telling her what they do when they have a broken leg.
What do Smurfs do when they have a broken leg?
On one leg.
Uh-huh.
And round the...
Uh-huh. That's what they sing, huh?
Get up, they do that.
I'm fighting back. They're not fooling around with Liberace in here.
That's right.
I got...
Albatross. Ouch. Albatross. Get down.
All right, you think you're pretty smart, do you, kid? Take this. I got more bad records than you've got. Now let's...
Swine flu fever. You've heard about it. Now see the movie.
Never mind.
Can we get to the jokes now?
I haven't any left here. No, okay, let's get down to things.
All right, get down, as they say, Al Afron says. Enough of this shucking and jiving.
Righto.
Let's get down here.
Doctor, patient, and doctor.
Doctor says...
I've got some good news and some bad news.
Patient says...
What's the bad news?
Doctor says...
We cut off your good leg by mistake.
Patient says...
What's the good news?
Doctor says...
Bad leg's getting better.
I got some advice for you, kid.
What?
Pay a little more attention in English class.
This is Milton.
Yeah, read some more Milton and Tennyson. Number 2.
Max and Jim.
Max says...
That's a pretty big diamond ring you've got there for your girlfriend. Is it real?
Jim says...
It better be, or I've been cheated out of $5.
Number 3.
Yeah, that's patient, hospital clerk, and patient.
Patient says...
Don't you hate when you're rolling, but you're not rolling?
Hospital clerk says...
No, I'll just start again.
Okay.
Okay, patient.
Patient says, let me think something.
No.
I'm supposed to... Okay.
It's all wrong,
Thought we
John.
were playing Polish knock-knocks there for a minute.
No.
You know how to play Polish knock-knocks?
No.
Okay. Well, you start.
Knock-knock?
Who's there?
Oh, that's dumb. That's better than anything I've got.
I know. Patient says...
I'm missing my panties. I think I might have left them in the dressing room.
What's that got to do with rowing? Hospital clerk says...
I'm sorry, your panties aren't here.
Patient says...
Oh, well, never mind. I probably left them at the dentist.
And the thought to leave me with.
Remember to look out for a new car on the market called Mafia. It has a hood under the hood and a beautiful body in the trunk.
Say good morning.
Morning.
How'd you like to be his father? Fast asleep, 7:35 in the morning, and the kid's going to plug in the electric guitar and start in. Anytime, Tony.
I can see the old man now.
I hope he knows another tune.
I doubt it.
Pretty good, though. I don't think this is going to end. This is one of those songs with no end. Okay, Tony, that's fine. How old is he? 12. But he's never going to see 13 if he keeps playing that song. Where's the kid with the violin? That's fine, Tony. Hey! We'll make him a winner. We'll make you a winner. Oh, you did fine. You did fine.
42-year-old Warren Spahn chalked up his 12th win of the season last night as he pitched the Braves to a 4-0 decision over the Houston Colts in the National League. 5-hit shutout was the 4th of the year for Spahn. In other National League games,
Houston
Dodger
Colts.
lefty Sandy Koufax got his 8th shutout of the season. That's a National League, or rather a Dodger club record, as he pitched the Dodgers to a 4-0 win over Cincinnati in the first game of a doubleheader. Only allowed 3 hits. And Los Angeles also won the second game 3-1, increasing their league lead to 3 full games over the San Francisco Giants, who split with St. Louis. Winning the opener 4-3 in 15 innings, the Cards took the second 5-0 on a 6-hitter by Bob Gibson.
Where'd you learn to read?
Philadelphia edged Chicago Cubs 3-2, dropping them to tie for third place with St. Louis. Pittsburgh whipped the Mets 11-5, handing the Mets their 10th straight defeat.
Well, nothing new there.
Closed meeting of Western Football Conference officials was held yesterday in Winnipeg.
Listen to this.
And it resulted in a new formula for dividing receipts from interlocking games with Eastern football clubs. Formerly, the 5 Western clubs pooled their splits of interlocking games and divided the pool equally at the end of the season. This year, the clubs putting in the greatest amount will draw proportionately greater amounts of the pool.
Hey, that's not bad.
The closed meeting of CFL officials will be held today in Winnipeg. Western officials also decided to retain the percentage system for gate equalization throughout the conference, rejecting a minimum gate receipt proposal put forward by BC. No word regarding discussion of a suggestion that all 5 teams in the West share in the receipts of an experiment by the Lions to televise home games on closed-circuit TV in a theater in Victoria.
No, you didn't write
drag.
that.
What?
You didn't write that.
I wrote that.
You didn't write that story.
Well, all right, so I read it. I ripped and read.
You ripped and read.
Get off my
Give
back.
you an F- for
Get
that.
off my case. Not bad for the sports. Let's say, hey, didn't you like it?
But I didn't hear that familiar sound, Don.
What's familiar sound?
Morose nose.
Hey,
Wonderful.
thank you so much.
Congratulations going out to Mrs. Harold McIntosh of 99 Morrill Street. Today, Pete Bennett, our PT lawn boy for the day, cuts Mrs. McIntosh's lawn with a deluxe 19-inch lawn boy power mower with grass catcher. And Mrs. Mack is also eligible for the draw this afternoon to win that same PT lawnmower.
It's another Tom Swifty. I just shot a pair of mallards, said Tom, paradoxically. If you've got a Swifty, send your entry to CKPT. If we use it on the air, we'll send you $1. Send your Swifties to Get These for Swifty.
Do you believe it? Oh, I just saw a couple of ducks, said Tom. There are a couple of mallards, said Tom, paradoxically.
The RCMP is one of the finest organizations in the world and goes about its tasks, even those very difficult ones. We should be careful to see that they're not hampered in their work by interference from those who would make political capital out of minor mishaps. The security of the nation is too important to be tampered with. This is Don Jameson speaking.
Another Don Jameson editorial.
That is from 15 years ago, 1963, maybe 64.
I shop where we'll all meet at Safeway this week.
Well, you're dressed up, warm like.
Oh, I see. It's 7 degrees, the way you call it, Celsius.
Celsius, right?
Oh, I see. It didn't seem nearly that cold to me outside. All our pigs would have frozen if that were the truth. Okay, let's do this officially then. Good morning, Winnipeg. This is Les Nessman on K58 News, and this is what's happening in the stock markets. Light receipts at the Winnipeg stock markets were met today with a moderate to good demand, with insufficient top steers or heifers on offer to test the market. Condition was average to good. The cow market was generally steady, and a few good bulls sold steady. There was too few slaughter calves on offer, and replacements were too varied to establish price quotes. Which just means that all that news I read was of very little importance, right?
Absolutely.
We'll continue. Today's receipts at the Calgary Public Stockyards totaled 72 cattle and calves. In fact, I knew most of them personally. Quotations from yesterday were unchanged. The Alberta Pork Producers Marketing Board reported 6,966 hogs sold today at an average price of, guess, $45.70. There were 20 sows sold with hogs. That must have been fun. At an average price of $28 to $50. And in Ontario, slaughter calves sold on mixed demand at steady prices. There were no early sales in sheep or lamb. Thank goodness. Keep
How about
pork
goats?
moving.
Got any goat prices up there? I had a goat named after me today.
No, I'm sorry, no goat prices.
He's researching right now, Don.
Doing a little research on the goat prices? Okay, thanks. Sorry to interrupt. Carry right on.
Okay, let's keep it serious here. It's no laughing matter to the egg industry.
I'm not laughing.
Chicken sexers, the men and women who work
just
overtime, determining the sex of baby chicks, say they can't keep up with the demand. You see, these chicks have to be separated, male, female, and others, when they're a day old. And there are only a few hundred people in the world who can do it. There's even a chicken sexing school in Japan, but it's closed because scientists have come up with a new strain of chicks whose sex can be determined by different colored feathers. We should get those here. There's still a heavy demand, and the industry is now looking for those with sharp eyes, quick reflexes, and nimble fingers, students, that is, to carry on. This is Richard Sanders, or Les Nessman, news director of WKRP in Cincinnati, reminding you to support the Manitoba Hog Producers Marketing Board and the barbecue season, which is now in full swing.
If you're like most homeowners...
Morose, if you don't do it, you ain't going to get paid at all.
Is there a free shirt involved here or something?
There's no free shirt. Just tell me who you are, who I am, and where we are. Okay?
Okay, go ahead.
Get at it.
I'm Barry Morose with Manny Bazunas and the Master of the Morning,
How do
Don
I get
Percy on
third billing? I
KY58.
got bottom billing there, for goodness sake. It's the DPRP, and I get last place. I can't understand it. Good morning. I'm your boarding spy-yo.
Hang on.
Got your lyrics
Hang on, I
there?
gotta get them out of Morose's back pocket.
Okay, just carrying them around underneath his Nalloway pierogi pusher sweater.
Okay, hit the buttons. Percy.
All right, you all set up there?
Yeah, we're all set.
Okay,
Ready?
this is for the gang at MTS, who we sent a copy of the lyrics to, and everybody else we sent the lyrics to, can all join us in song. On the count of three, are you ready? A 1 and a 2 and a 3.
Your pink toothbrush, I'm a blue toothbrush. Have we met somewhere before? You're a pink toothbrush and a pink toothbrush that we met by the bathroom door. Glad to meet toothbrush, such a sweet toothbrush. Now you thrill me through and through. Don't be hard toothbrush, on a soft toothbrush, 'cause I can't help loving you. Every time I hear you whistle, it makes my nylon bristle. You're a pink toothbrush, I'm a blue toothbrush. Won't you marry me in haste? I'll be true toothbrush, just to you toothbrush, when we both use the same toothpaste. You're a pink toothbrush, I'm a blue toothbrush. Have we met somewhere before? You're a pink toothbrush and a pink toothbrush that we met by the bathroom door. You're the meat toothbrush, such a sweet toothbrush. Now you thrill me through and through. Don't be hard toothbrush, I'm a soft toothbrush, 'cause I can't help loving you. Every time I hear you whistle, it makes my nylon bristle. You're a pink toothbrush, I'm a blue toothbrush. Won't you marry me in haste? I'll be true toothbrush, just to you toothbrush, when we both use the same toothpaste. All right.
Well, that's a nice song, isn't it? Can you all say pink toothbrush? Sure. Let's hear you say pink toothbrush. Pink toothbrush. That's a good one, isn't it? Okay, we'll be back on Monday and we'll sing Pink Toothbrush again. Will you join us then? Sure. Tell them who you are, Manny, and who I am and where we are. Sure.
I'm Manny Bazunas with the Master of the Morning, Don Percy, at KY58.
Thanks a lot, Manny. Goodbye now.
All of the monkeys ain't in the zoo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, national, international, regional commentator, educator, Peter Young joins us. And
Travel
the Smurfs,
agent. You forgot
travel agent. I
yeah.
forgot about that. Joins us to sing I'm a Pink Toothbrush, You're a Tooth. On the count of three. A 1, a 2, a 3. You're a pink toothbrush, I'm a blue toothbrush. Have we met somewhere before? I'm a pink toothbrush, and a pink toothbrush that we met by the bathroom door. Take it, Peter. A new sports reporter. I know you're nervous, Jackie, so let me do a little intro for you to make you feel at home.
Thank
okay?
you, Don.
That's okay.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, in our continuing search to bring you the greatest and latest in sports coverage with Bozo Morozo, who knows-o, down in San Francisco for his way to Mexico, which is fantastico, according to the commercial we just heard. We have replaced him with international, regional, local, and Lord knows what else, national commentator, educator, sports reporter Peter Young the Tongue, whose tongue is at this moment in Montreal. Unfortunately, when his tongue goes to Montreal, the rest of Peter has to follow. So in our continuing search for a new sports reporter, we have at no little expense imported famous ex-race car driver, author, former Roto-Rooter man, and reporter on driving confrontations and contests on television from Scotland, direct through Howard Cosell to you, Jackie Stewart. Good morning, Jackie.
Wake up. Is that my cue?
That's your cue, Jackie.
For Barney Morose, I'm Jackie Stewart.
Barry Morose.
Barry Morose. In the EK Fastball League, the Seal...
What? Seem to be running out of breath up there, Jackie.
The Seals barked at the Bulls, 20-17.
They did they?
The Snappers snuffed the Kilos, 14-4. In the EK Hospital League, General Bedpans emptied.
They did they?
Emptied, I say. The Kildonan Spoonbenders, 11-10. Winnipeg men's slow pitch, a special report from KY58's unpaid reporter, Wayne Ferguson.
This is Wayne Ferguson for the Winnipeg men's slow pitch.
And we have more scores, more scores
more.
from KY58's Gary King.
Gary, what do you got?
Who's Gary?
Pardon me?
I
What
say
do you got, Gary?
Who's Gary King?
Okay, I got Commercial Hotel over Gardwine, 3-0. That's it.
Nah.
What sport is this, Gary? Is this curling? The Winnipeg Fastball League.
Thanks a lot, Gary.
In the Charleswood Ladies Fastball League, the Holiday Corvettes, Stingarade, the Jetty, 17-14, and in the majors, Yankees. Manny.
What about, we got another guy to read scores? How many guys you got up there for crying out loud? That's 11 different guys reading baseball scores.
Are we on the case?
I got a baseball score. KY58 beat the Molson Movers 16-11.
I don't have them.
Well, who's got them?
We don't know. They burned them.
Well, the Yankees won anyway, and so did Kansas City, so those are the leaders in the American League East and West. And in the National League East, the Expos blew a 5-run lead to lose to the Los Angeles Dodgers by a score of 8-7. Philadelphia won their game, so they're only a half game back, but Pittsburgh lost a doubleheader to Atlanta, so they're 2.5 games back. And the Blue Jays won a doubleheader over Chicago White Sox, 5-4 and 3-1. Thanks a lot, Benny.
Are you ready for the AccuWeather?
I'm ready for that. All right, okay, I'm just fooling around down here. Well, there we go. And it works.
Don't you ever laugh at a guy dressed up as a carrot.
It works, though. I have a goat named after me because of that. Anyway, Trina and Twyla, good luck to the two of you.
I don't care if, I lived in Toronto for 9 years, lived in New York for 6, and I've been on the coast now for 18 or 19 years. It's Winnipeg. This is it. This is where the family.
The other place that you just go where the work is it like that?
The others, you were a transient. You never really belonged in Toronto, even though you lived there for 9 years, and I still have good friends there, so on. And New York, everybody's a visitor. And even on the coast, you feel that it's ephemeral, it's going to pass. And, of course, there are a lot of people that treat you like a star because you're a television star, but my family treat me like the nephew, right? And I just love coming back because I'm not only in love with the city, but I'm in love with my family, and I have a huge family here. I came here last August for a family picnic. We had 135 people. It was just first cousins. And they're having another picnic this week, and I can't stay for it. I have to be back on the coast. I'm going to miss it, but I'm making up for it by running around and kissing all the children. This is a great town. I don't know whether people realize that this may not be the most beautiful city in Canada, because there are great cities like Vancouver is a beautiful city.
Beautiful surroundings.
Toronto is a fantastic city. But the people from Winnipeg have, to me anyhow, proven to be very special.
Because here it comes. KY58 proudly presents on Winnipeg's Friendly Giant, The Bong Show. And this morning something entirely new. And the master of the morning is the amazing Bong Show act. And I might win an amazing $58.58, we'll see. We have 3 bongers to be on the phone this morning, because this morning I, the bonger, and they, the bongee. Now, on line 1 out in Hamiota, Manitoba, we have a young lady named Linda. How are you this morning, Linda?
Fine.
Are you ready to bong the master of the morning if you so desire?
You bet.
Well, let me hear your bong.
Okay.
What? That's an antique you're banging, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or bonging, rather. You're banging an antique bong. All right. On line 2, we have Vernon Dulski. Vern, let me hear your bong.
Okay, here it
All
comes.
right, here it comes. I'm ready. Oh. That's a fair to Midland bong. Yes, sirree, Bob, that sure is. And on line 3, we have Helen and her 2 daughters, Charmaine and Dina. Helen, how are you this morning?
Very good.
Let me hear your bongs.
Okay.
I didn't hear much bonging. I think they're still working on it. They got a whole route.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. Sounds like Uncle Bobby's cartoon party or something.
My son dropped the phone.
Well, that's a pretty good indication. All right, so you're all set with your bongs, are you?
Yes, we are.
Now, remember, if I go 30 seconds without being bonged, I win $58.58. If, however, in your opinion, you feel that this act is not up to bong show standards, you are free to bong me at any time, okay?
Okay.
Okay, now, if one bongs, then you might as well all bong, because one bong will do it. You all set?
Yeah.
All right. Can you hear me all right out there in Hamiota, Linda?
Yeah.
Vern, can you hear me in Fort Richmond?
No problem.
All right. Helen, what area of town are you in?
Transcona.
Transcona. All righty, folks. Here's the master of the morning. Now, remember, give me a chance on this, okay? This is a great old rock and roll song, and I'm really going to lay it on you. Mick Jagger, look out. You all listening?
Yep.
Here we go. Love is a
That's awful.
You me? Wait a minute. You? Yeah, wait a minute. Don Percy Fan Club is in here, folks. Go ahead, read again.
All right, in the interest of public safety.
Yes?
You may continue only if you increase the size of your shorts, therefore changing your voice level. Now you may take it from the top.
Hold it. Wait a minute. Rudy's here.
With a voice like you've got,
yeah,
you should be singing the national anthem for the Minnesota Vikings. And forget the word.
All right, Don Percy Fan Club. Foo on you.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, Helen, Vernon, and Linda, did I get bonged in that, do you think?
I'm afraid so.
I got bonged, huh? Well, what can I tell you, folks? Perhaps I should stick to my old career then as morning radio announcer, do you think?
Yeah.
All right, I don't win the $58.58, but I'm going to send myself a check for 58 cents and to top off my favorite convertible and an unexpurgated version of Renee Levesque's Sex Life in 2 easy chapters. I want to thank you, Vern, for joining us this morning. That's a super bong you had, buddy.
Okay.
And Linda, thank you for joining us. And Helen, Charmaine, and Dina, thank you all, too.
Thank you.
Say goodbye to the nice people.
Bye, nice people. Bye, nice people.
Goodbye.
Nice people.
The first time, and besides that, they never gave me a chance. As soon as I started, the Don Percy Fan Club from CKY Television tromped in, carrying a huge silver platter and bonging me left and right.
Not much. That's right, not much, but the time. That's our temperature this morning, not much.
7:13.
7:13, not a story at the time. I wonder if they do have any better luck if they call them 7:13 stories.
Well, I don't know. With inflation, I heard they're going up to 8.12.
My uncle was so smart, he bought 7 Up when it was 6 3/4. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, I hope, and are all feeling much the better for it, I'm sure. How are you today? Haven't heard from you for a little while.
I'm moderate tonight still.
Did you celebrate Ukrainian Christmas over the past weekend?
You betcha.
What did you do?
we celebrated Ukrainian Christmas.
Ah, how did you celebrate?
Well, the whole darn families from all three sides decided to get together. And
Three sides?
yeah, well,
You, your wife, and the baby?
yes, it's an unusual family.
And you all got together and...
We all got together and sang Ukrainian Christmas carols.
I didn't know you knew any Ukrainian Christmas carols.
Oh, yeah.
Well, could you perhaps give us a couple of bars of one?
No,
That's close enough. Sounds a little like
we'll leave that up to Nestor Pister.
Silent Night, Holy Christmas.
Yes.
Well, anyhow, what else have you been doing?
Oh, well, it's been a very strange week so far.
How so?
Last Saturday night when I got trampled half to death by about 200 women downtown.
What were you doing down there?
Well, I was wandering around. They were yelling something about reclaiming the night or something.
Oh, right. Those women were on a march against rape.
Oh, well, they could certainly use it, I suppose.
I guess they could.
Yeah. And then I was working. I wasn't really working. I was aiding some sort of Acme Brothers asphalt company out in Windsor Park.
Oh.
Complaining about they put the asphalt plant in the wrong place, so
Yes.
I got hired out by these guys.
I've heard about that.
A few shingles on top of the roof, put a few milk bottles outside the door to make it look residential, but apparently that didn't work.
You can't fool those smarty pants out in Windsor Park, believe
Then I was
me.
working as a floor layout design artist for Silly Halls downtown, you know.
Hey, that sounds like an interesting job.
Yeah, well, it was interesting. I moved all the executive offices into the washrooms.
Why did you do that?
Well, it's the only place where everybody knows what they're doing.
And don't be too sure about that.
Yeah. I ran into good old Mr. Johnson's cousin.
Who's that?
Roman numeral Johnson.
Roman numeral Johnson.
Yeah, you can call him I, or you can call him II, or you can call him III, or you can call him IV, or you can call him V, or you can call him VI,
I get the
or you
picture,
can call
right.
him VII.
But
You can call him VII. You want me to go on?
No, but don't call him Johnson.
No.
Yeah, okay. You can call him VII, but don't call me that because I don't like it.
Yeah, well, right now, I have a job working as a travel agent for some Shaw somewhere out in the east.
Not the one that the Fit hit.
No,
well, that
no,
was
not
the Shan.
him.
Was the
No.
Fit hit the Shan a while ago. No, this is the Shah of Iran you're speaking of.
It could be. I haven't booked for a really nice trip to a little Chinese outpost in Cambodia.
Excuse me, that's sort of a frying pan into the fire. They're having quite a bit of trouble in Cambodia.
Oh,
It's sort of a
hadn't heard that.
civil war going on there.
Oh.
Actually happened to a friend of mine. He booked a tour. He's a radio announcer, and he booked a tour with a whole bunch of people to Thailand just before the war. Excuse me, go ahead.
Okay, your very first listen to Mama Forgive Your Truckin' Man. Now, you've never heard anything about this lady before.
Just that she's supposed to be good.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Scott, I want your immediate, honest opinion. Edna May Henning and Mama Forgive Your Truckin' Man. How do you like it so far?
Oh, not bad.
Not bad so far. Okay, now she starts to sing.
Forgive your drunken man. Forgive him any way that you can. He didn't mean no harm. In my arms they were so warm.
You had a good chance to hear it, did you?
I just caught on to the end of it and I didn't like it.
You just caught on to the end of it. You didn't like it.
No.
It doesn't take much of Edna May to, you can really make up your mind in a hurry with her.
It was your breakfast.
There's that to it, too. What are you going to say to your two friends at Great West Life this morning?
Very funny.
Thank you, Scott, and I hope to talk to you again.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.